Todd James here. I wanted to shoot a video about something that is just not covered very frequently, and I see the questions asked online on other people's videos. I have people ask me this question on my videos. I have people ask this question in person at seminars, and I don't think I've done a very good job answering this in the past because it's not a simple answer. It requires some thought, and it requires someone who's willing to listen to an answer that's more than 3 or 4 seconds long. But the question is this: what is it like to make a lot of money? And I'm just going to put a number on it and say, what's it like to make $30,000 a month? And the answer is, it depends. It depends on where you are in life, what your needs are, what your goals are. I started making really good money when I was in my early 20s. Was living, not a rock star lifestyle. I've never been that kind of person really, but was living very, very comfortably. Just before my 24th birthday, I sold a business I had started when I was 18, and I suddenly found myself in a position where I could do pretty much anything I wanted to do within reason. Money was certainly not going to be an obstacle for the foreseeable future. And at 23 years and some odd months, the potential was there for a lot of stupidity. Fortunately, I was distracted long enough to where the idea of having this money kind of grew on me. So I ended up investing the money and rather than spending it and doing anything crazy with it, and that's something I'm happy about. But I understand when people start making money, they want to reward themselves. And truthfully, if I've made a mistake in my investment career and in my business career, it has been not rewarding myself enough. But I've bought the cars. I made a horrible mistake one time and bought a boat. Don't ever buy a boat, people. But just was very happy to divest myself of the boat that I bought. But I enjoy the cars. The thing with owning fancy cars or expensive cars, at least in my case, is that I do value them. I was not born wealthy. I've worked for what I've got, and things of value have meaning to me. I take care of my belongings, and I found that the cars, for the most part, brought stress into my life that I didn't need. I'd go to the movies, and several times during the course of a movie, I'm wondering what's happening to my car out in the parking lot. Same thing at the grocery store, or same thing, when you go to the mall. I had, cars vandalized a couple of times. People are going to do things like that when you're driving, something German, something Italian, or just something that they wish they had that they don't. And it just for me, it wasn't worth it. I got through that point in my life. Now I drive. I'm in the South, and I drive vehicles that are suited for the things that I do. So I've got a pickup truck, and then I've got a car that gets fairly decent gas mileage, so that when I travel, I'm not getting 12 miles to the gallon. And I live a fairly frugal and thrifty lifestyle. I don't waste a lot of money. In my case now, at my point in life, I have 3 homes. I have the home that's my full-time residence. I have a cabin small cabin in the mountains that really didn't cost very much. It's not an expensive thing to have. And I have fortunate enough to have a house at the beach. Since I'm in North Carolina, I'm within a couple of hours drive of all of these locations. And the house at the beach, I've had several beach houses, and it's not that much different really than owning a boat. I don't honestly use the beach house enough to justify owning it. It's a luxury. I rent the house, as much as possible, probably 30 or 35 weeks a year. And, but it is a wonderful destination in the summertime to take friends and family to. And I've had a lot of memories there. So I definitely, from an investment standpoint, it's hard to justify, but from just the memory standpoint and living life standpoint, I'm glad I've had the house. But truthfully, when I go someplace, more often than not, I go to the cabin up in the woods and have a campfire and roast marshmallows and just enjoy the peace and solitude. But I probably spend less money now than I have at any time in my life, and I would say over the last 10 or 15 years, my spending has been in constant decline. I probably hit my peak consumer years in my early to mid 30s. Like I said, I have had the German cars, I've had some Italian cars, I've had a boat, and those things, while they give you some gratification initially, for me anyway, within a short period of time, the gratification kind of faded, and then it was just another obligation, another something in my life I had to take care of. And I'm just beyond that point now. I like not having things to take care of for the most part, and that's just where I'm at. Making money has afforded me freedom, and for me, I want to take full advantage of that freedom. So I travel a lot. I do have a couple of hobbies, and this may explain why the car thing is not that big of a deal for me, whereas I know it's huge for a lot of people. But I race cars all through my 20s, into my 30s. I raced, semi-professionally, I guess you could say. And so my need for speed was taken care of on the racetrack. And that was an expensive hobby. That was a giant hole that you dug and then you threw money into it. So, I have my vices as well. And certainly things that go fast are high on that list. But travel right now is my probably my biggest vice. I have plans in the next year to travel to about 4 different countries, and I plan to spend at least a month in each one of those countries. And certainly the lifestyle that I have now, I owe pretty much completely to the various businesses that I run online. I probably should have a passport with an Amazon logo on back, because I can certainly credit my success on Amazon with most of the trips I've taken in the last 10 years. I love my affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is really a wonderful way to make money online. It's not labor intensive. I have affiliate websites that I've set up and have not even touched for 6 months or a year. Once I get them fine-tuned and they start producing, and there are very few things that I know of that are that passive and still produce large amounts of income. So, don't want to ramble on and go too far, but just want to tell you, it's success looks different for everyone. Success what I thought of as being successful when I was in my 20s was not what I thought of as being successful in my 30s, and things have continued to evolve, and now that I'm in my early 50s, you know, more than anything now, freedom, the ability to travel, the ability to have an impact in the lives of people I love and people I care about in my family and in my close in my network of friends, those are the things that are important to me at this point. And that's about it. I just wanted to try and answer that question a little more thoughtfully than I've answered it in the past, and hopefully it'll give you something to reflect on. 2018 is going to be a great year. It's already started off really great for me, and I'm looking forward to expanding my reach, my impact online this year. As you know from the other videos, I'm cutting back in terms of the face-to-face seminars that I've been producing for a number of years. I'm going to try and offer more content via YouTube and Facebook, and certainly try and broaden my reach a little bit, because there are a lot of people that can't just pack up, take off work for 2 or 3 days, and travel to a city, stay in a hotel, and come to a seminar. That gets pretty expensive pretty quickly, and I hope to bring a lot of the experience of being at a seminar. I hope to bring that online, and do a lot of productive and valuable training this year. And helpful to you at all, please hit the like button and the subscribe button. Leave comments or questions below. Your feedback is incredibly valuable. It lets me know what you're thinking. And I'm happy to respond to questions and comments as they come in.